Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Let's hop right into the action for Wednesday. 3 picks for the NBA, 1 for Major League Baseball. So starting things off with Wizards versus 76ers, a total of 229.5. I like the over in this game. Here's why I like it. So what have we seen in this series so far? Well, it's been fairly high scoring. Game 1, a total of 243. Game 2, 215, lowest scoring game of the series. Then a 235, then a 236. So why the high scoring? Well, we're seeing a ton of freebies. The teams are getting to the line a lot. Washington averaging 28 free throws per game. Philly 26.5. And the thing is, this isn't an outlier. This is a carryover from the regular season. These teams ranked first and third in free throw attempts per game during the regular season, so expect to see that pattern continue again tonight. So the big storyline coming into this one, Joel Embiid is doubtful. At the time of this recording, it does not look like he will play. So what type of impact do I think this will have on the total? Well, I think it's going to open up the paint for the Wizards. Take a look at their top two guys on offense, Beal, Westbrook. Where do they score the majority of their points? In the paint. So I think they're going to have the luxury of some easier opportunities in close. And each of the teams scoring a lot of easy ones in close. They're each averaging over 53 points in the paint in the 4 games in the series so far. Compare that to regular season stats, it would put them near the top of the league. So over 229.5 there for the Wizards 76ers. Next up, we're going to go back to the well on Donovan Mitchell's point totals at 27.5. I'm taking the over. So what have we seen from this guy in this series? Well, we've seen progression from game to game. 25 points to 29 to 30. Just as important, 26 minutes to 30 minutes to 35. I think that indicates that he is fully back from that injury. And he's been lighting up the Memphis Grizzlies, not just in this series, but all year long. He's topped 27.5 points in 4 of his last 5 games against them. Keep in mind, he had 2 separate 35-point games against Memphis at the end of March. And no doubt about it, this guy's a big game player. Take a look at his last 10 playoff games. He's averaging 33.8 points, so that goes back to last season's playoffs. He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. Expect a lot of free throw attempts as well. So Donovan Mitchell over 27.5 points. Next up, my favorite underdog of the night. Indeed, it is the Dallas Mavericks coming in at +7. So why do I like Dallas? Well, don't be swayed by the typical flows we see in a playoff series. And what I mean by this, so Dallas comes out, wins the first 2 games, surprises a lot of people, winning those games in LA. And what was everyone's attitude? Well, everyone wanted to write off the Clippers. They're done. They're choking. Kawhi's going to opt out. Then what happens? Clippers come back and they win the next 2 games pretty convincingly in Dallas. So what's everyone's attitude now? Well, Dallas is done. Luka stinks. Porzingis is a bum. This is pretty typical. We see this in playoff series all the time. We even saw it in the Lakers-Suns. After the Lakers won 2 straight games, everyone wanted to write off Phoenix. What have we seen there? So I think we're going to see Dallas make some adjustments because, they can make adjustments too. Rick Carlisle is no spring chicken. I'd say he has the coaching advantage over Ty Lue. Of course, we saw the big coaching adjustment, the Clippers removing Zubac from the starting lineup, and it kind of limited Dallas's ability to pick away with the pick and roll. So I think we're going to see Dallas make some adjustments, and they got one more win in them in this series. If it's not tonight, I do think that they can at least keep it close, and I think we should expect a bounce-back performance from Luka tonight. He's reportedly improved considerably from the cervical strain injury that he has, and another 37.5% shooting performance and 0 for 5 from the line. Not very realistic. He shot 47.5 over the course of the regular season, so I think we're going to see him improve and have a big game here. So Mavs +7. Next up, my favorite pick for Major League Baseball tonight. We're going to go with the Minnesota Twins team total over 5.5 plus money, +105. So I have 4 beautiful words for you guys. Matt Harvey bullpen day. Yes, Matt Harvey coming in on 3 days rest, and he's going to get a few innings in, and it's going to be a bullpen day for the Orioles, and the Orioles bullpen absolutely stinks. So let's take a look at Matt Harvey. This guy's really fallen back down to earth after a bit of a surprising start. His last 5 starts, the opponent went on to score 7, 6, 13, 7, and 6 runs. So they topped that 5.5 in 5 straight Matt Harvey starts. And he's coming off a really bad month. A 9.64 ERA in May, not very good. So he's being backed up by this bullpen that absolutely stinks too. Last 2 weeks, 24th and 5th with a 7.60 ERA. Then we take a look at the Twins offense. Pretty good. They're coming around here a little bit. Last 2 weeks, they're top 10 in both OPS and WRC+, specifically versus right-handed pitching. Matt Harvey is a writer top 5 in those categories over the last 2 weeks. So there you have it, my best bets of the day for NBA and Major League Baseball. Good luck to you, and as always, keep chasing that paper. Woo!